all the honey off of her.
Oh,
Oh, huh.
It was really cool.
that's super interesting.
Yeah.
Are they gonna need anything?
We are going to use our mats today. I don't think we'll use hand weights at all. And we can go ahead and get started here. Come to the front of your chairs. Tall. Looks like a couple people are still not muted.
I'll mute them. I was just trying to send out what they needed.
Perfect, I appreciate that. So let's do a couple overhead reaches with a deep breath. So big stretch, inhale. And exhale, arms down. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale up, stretch your fingers wide. Exhale, arms down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And 2 more. Inhale up. And breathe out through pursed lips like you're blowing out a candle. 1 more. Good. So we're going to do a little boxing warm up because we're going to incorporate some boxing into our circuit today. So I want to do a coordinated kick and punch. So this is kind of our ready position with our arms up, your elbows are bent, and my fists are closed, but they're kind of facing towards me. This will be the position that we'll go back to. So I want to coordinate a kick and punch at the same time with your opposite arm and leg. And I want you to put some gusto, put some power behind your punch so that you're punching with some intensity, kicking with some intensity. Let's count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, we're gonna mix it up and now we're gonna go into, so that was our jab, that forward punch. One of our other punches is our cross, punching across your body. So now I wanna do a cross and a march. So instead of kicking your foot out, I'm gonna lift my knee up as I cross. And so it's kind of like a crunch because I'm doing it across my body as I'm lifting that opposite knee. Still using a lot of power as you punch across. Let's do 20 here. Opposite arm and leg are doing that march and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really try to twist your shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Looks good. Let's go back to that kick and punch. So this is our jab where we're going straight out and I'm going to kick my foot out as I do that jab. 20 more of these. 1, 2, so going straight out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's go back to that cross and march. So crossing, the punch goes across as I march. Opposite arm and leg. 20 of them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Got 1 more round to each of those. Take a deep breath. Run back to the jab, that forward jab with our kick. 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we have that cross as I lift my knee and march. Cross body punch and march. Make sure you're turning your shoulders as you punch across. That'll help give you more power. 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, looks good. So now I want to do a couple of sequences with our punches. So we just reviewed the jab, which is straightforward. The cross comes across your body, and then we're going to do an uppercut where you're coming up this way. So let's practice and go through one of each on each hand. So I'll do a jab with each arm, a cross with each arm, and then an uppercut with each arm. Go ahead and do that sequence with me. And I want you to put some intensity behind the punches. Jab, jab, cross, cross, uppercut, uppercut. Oh, I just realized my mic is up there. Hopefully everyone can still hear me well when you're doing that. Let's do that same sequence a couple more times. Jab, jab, cross, cross, uppercut, uppercut. Jab, jab, cross, cross, uppercut, uppercut. One more. Jab, jab, cross, cross, uppercut, uppercut. So now I'm going to mix it up, give us some different sequences to follow. So everyone start with your left hand first. We're going to do a jab, cross, jab, uppercut. So follow that same pattern. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. Keep going. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. 2 more times. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. Now let's switch and use the other hand first. So now leading with the opposite hand, but same pattern. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. Good. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. 2 more. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. Jab, cross, jab, uppercut. All right, new pattern. Let's again start with your left hand, and the pattern will be a cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. So I'll do that again. Left hand first. Oh man, I already forgot. Cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. Same pattern. Cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. 2 more. Jab, jab, or cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. Cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. So now let's switch and use the other hand first. Same pattern. Cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. Same pattern. Cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. Do 2 more. Cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. Cross, cross, uppercut, jab, uppercut. And then one more pattern. Let's start off again with your left hand. And we'll do uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. Do that again with me. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. Same pattern. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. 2 more times. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. All right, same thing. Now other hand first. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. Two more. Uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut, uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. All right, nice job. So those are going to come back. We have more boxing patterns and boxing exercises to work through, but I want to move into some of our power moves. I want to use our power moves to do a sit to stand series. So we can use the same basic principles of the power moves during our transition of sit to stand. So for the first one, it'll be a power up with the sit to stand. So I'm going to reach forward to get ready for the stand, and then power up, stand up tall as I come up to stand. So you really want to use that forward reach to bring your body weight forward to help propel you up when you go to stand. So let's do 10 of these together. Go ahead and grab a quick drink if you need to before we do that. I'll give us a couple of seconds before we start. And then we'll get rolling with our power moves. Give people a couple more seconds to find their way back. I also want to mention too, if you need support to stand up, you can break them into two different pieces where you can do the stand first, where you use your hands to push, and then you can do the power up and standing once you're there. So modify it how you need to feel safe and comfortable. All right, looks like most people are back. So let's get started. We'll do 10 of these. So we're gonna lean forward and power up to stand. 1, and then slowly back down. Lean forward. 2, really squeeze your shoulder blades as you come up. Lean forward. 3. Lean forward. 4. Big reach. 5, and slow down, no plopping on the way down. Reach. 6. Reach. 7. 3 more. Reach. 8. Reach. 9. And last one. Reach. And 10. Looks good. So our next power move is the power rock. And so for the power rock, how it's going to look when we combine it with the sit to stand is I'm kind of using that forward lean to initiate my rock. So I'm leaning forward. I'm going to come up onto this front leg to stretch my arm out, and I'm on my toes on this back leg. Then I'm going to sit down nice and slow and controlled and lean forward to initiate my reach to the other side. Fingers are wide. I'm coming up on my toes on this back leg. Again, if you want to break that down, you can always do the sit to stand first, where you push off if you need support, and then you can do that power rock move. So break them up if you need to. Let's do 10 going side to side. Ready? 1. See how far you can lean to the side, really stretching your arm. 2. Looks good. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Look great. So next we have our power twist. So I'm gonna start with my arms wide for this one, and I'm gonna initiate so the twist is where we clap one hand together, and I'm gonna initiate that as I go to stand. So still remember to lean your body weight forward, and then as I come up to stand, I'm gonna turn to twist. So my hands come together, and I'm twisting on that back foot. So I'm pivoting, and then open, and I'll sit slow. And then for the other side, again, you really wanna lean your body weight forward, turn to twist and standing, open, and sit. So let's do 10 of those together. So start with arms wide, lean forward, 1, open and sit. Lean forward, 2. Lean forward, 3. Lean forward, 4. Lean forward, 5. Forward, 6. Lean forward, 7. Lean forward, 8. Lean forward, 9. Forward, 10. Nice. Our last power move is the power step. So this one will kind of break up a little bit. We'll do first our stand, then I'm gonna step once we're standing, step back together and sit. Then we'll alternate sides. I'm not too worried about what your hands are doing when you do the stand. If you want to keep them at your sides, or if it helps you get momentum to do the forward reach, you can add that part to it. But I do want you to open your arms wide as you step and bring your arms back together as you step back together. But what your arms are doing during the sit or standing part, I'm not too worried about. So let's alternate sides. We'll do 10 all together. So first we're going to do that stand, step out, step in, and sit. So now we're doing the other side. Stand up, step out, that's 2, and sit. Good. Big stand, 3. Exaggerate how high you're lifting that knee to step. 4. Looks good. 5. 6. 7. 3 more. 8. 9. And 10. All right, looks good, everybody. Grab some water, take a rest. We're gonna get set up for our circuit. So I'm gonna get my timer ready and then I'll start to explain these while you guys are taking a break. So we have 4 exercises. We'll go 1 minute on, 30 seconds off through these. I'll give us a slightly longer than a 30-second break after we go through the full round once, but we'll take a longer break once we finish all the way through that circuit. So the first one we're gonna do is a squat with a twist. So for the squat, I'm gonna have my arms out in front of me as I squat down, but then as I come back up, I'm gonna do a twist. So a squat, and then I'm gonna bring one arm across. So it's kind of like that. It's more of an LSVT twist than a power twist. So I don't have to clap is what I mean by that, if you guys know the difference between those two just from hearing us do it throughout these classes. So I'm gonna do a squat and then twist across. And I'm gonna alternate what side I do. Squat, twist. And maybe it feels more comfortable. Maybe you want to start with your arms a little bit wider so they have further to twist. So maybe I'll start with them here and then go for the twist from there. But you kind of have them out in front of you too. So combining those two. Then we're gonna coordinate some punching moves with some big steps. So the first one you did was the first one I just did was our first exercise of the circuit. Number 2 is gonna be with big steps forward, cross, cross, jab, and then I'm gonna do it backwards. And I'm gonna do the pattern backwards. Jab, cross, cross. And I'm kind of doing a step 2. So I'm essentially taking 2 steps for every punch. I'll show that again. So with my cross, I'm stepping with my opposite foot, and then I'm stepping my other foot to meet it. So that now when I step with my with my other foot, then I'm bringing my other foot to meet it. So you're essentially taking 3 steps with each foot forward, 3 steps with each foot backwards. And I already got messed up on that coordination, but if you can do the opposite foot with the opposite arm to initiate that first step, that's what I want you to target. I'll show it one more time. So the 3 punches are cross, cross, jab, and I'm gonna coordinate it with my stepping. So cross, then I step together, cross, jab, and then I step backwards. The pattern goes backwards too. Jab, cross, cross. And so in order to coordinate your punch with the opposite foot that you're stepping with, you're gonna have to alternate what foot you step with. So see if you can coordinate those. But if you get off, don't worry about it. So that's our second exercise of the circuit. The third one is you're gonna do jabs with side steps. I don't have much room. If you have more room that you're working with, you don't have to stop and go the other way when I do, you can go further. So I'm gonna hold a little mini squat. I'm gonna hold this knee bend while I jab with my steps. So I'm jabbing and stepping. I'm trying to coordinate again my opposite arms and legs moving together. But if you get off and it's the same arm and leg moving, that's okay. But you basically want to punch for each step that you take. And then the last one we'll do is another pattern. So this will be 2 different sequences for 2 different parts of this. So while you're sitting, you're gonna start sitting for this one. You're gonna do a jab, jab, cross, cross. I'm gonna stand up and then do a cross, cross, jab, jab. Sit down, again, they're reverse of each other. So while I'm sitting, it's jab, jab, cross, cross. Once I stand up, cross, cross, jab, jab. So you're flipping back and forth between those patterns once you sit and stand. So lots of thinking and coordination with these punches today. So let's get started. So join me in standing. You can, as always use some support for your hands during the squat if you don't feel comfortable doing it without holding on. So we'll do 1 minute on. We have 30 seconds transition between these exercises. So I'm going to start my timer. The move before I start, as a reminder, is a squat, either arms in front or out to the side. And then once I stand, I'm doing a twist across my body. Squat, twist. All right, let's get started. Squat and twist. Squat and twist. Combining those together. Squat, twist. Squat, twist. Good. Alternate side to side. Squat, twist. Looks good. You're about halfway done. Keep going, keep working hard. $15 seconds left. Squat and twist. Squat and twist. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds to transition. As a reminder, the next move we're going to do is our stepping forward with our punches. So I'm punching with the opposite foot that I'm stepping with. So it'll be a cross, cross, jab, and then the reverse coming back. Jab, cross, cross. So a couple more seconds before we start together. All right, let's begin. So we're doing a cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, 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 jab, jab, cross, cross. Try to get that opposite foot and arm going together if you can. Cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, cross. And if you really want to work on your coordination, alternate what foot leads each time. Cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, cross. I just got my coordination messed up. Cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, cross. Last round here. Cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, cross. All right, take a break. 30 seconds to transition. Next, we're doing our side stepping with our jab. So I'm going to try to hold this little knee bend as I do the side stepping. At any time, if you need to stand up fully and get out of that knee bend, you can. So we want to coordinate our punches with the side steps. See if you can coordinate your opposite arm and leg moving at the same time. All right, let's begin. So we're jabbing for each step we take. So quick jabs as we do this. That looks good. Make sure that you're still putting power behind those punches. Halfway done. Good, everybody. 20 seconds left. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. 30 seconds to transition. We're doing our sit to stand with our coordination. So I'll remind you before we get started, when you're sitting, the move is jab, jab, cross, cross. Then we're going to transition to standing and we do the reverse. Cross, cross, jab, jab. And then we sit down and we repeat it. So they're a flip-flop of each other, the reverse of each other. All right, let's get started. Jab, jab, cross, cross, stand up. Cross, cross, jab, jab. And we sit down and we repeat it. Jab, jab, cross, cross, stand. Cross, cross, jab, jab. Looks good. Jab, jab, cross, cross. Cross, cross, jab, jab. I like the intensity you guys are using. Keep that up. Jab, jab, cross, cross. Cross, cross, jab, jab. Jab, jab, cross, cross. 20 seconds left. Cross, cross, jab, jab. Jab, jab, cross, cross. Cross, cross, jab, jab. Jab, jab, cross, cross. Cross, cross, jab, jab. All right. So a little bit longer rest before we transition back to the beginning. But don't get too comfy because we're not going to get too long of a rest. I want to keep that heart rate up. So I'm going to give everyone about a minute. And then we'll start back at the beginning. One more round through these intervals today. You guys did really well with those. Make sure you're getting water and staying hydrated. About 30 more seconds, then we're going to transition back to our squat and twist. Same pattern through those exercises. 1 minute on, 30 seconds transition, keeping the heart rate elevated throughout these exercises. Couple seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Squat to twist. Squat, twist. Squat, twist. Looks good. Squat, twist. Squat, twist. So one arm is twisting across. Squat, twist. Squat, twist. All right, looks good. Keep it up. "20 seconds left. "10 seconds. Keep pushing. Three, two, and one. All right, 30 seconds to rest and transition. We have our big steps with our coordinated punches. So I'm going to try to coordinate my opposite arm and leg stepping and punching together. So if I'm using my right arm first, I'm going to use my left foot to step and then my right foot to step. And the pattern, as you're coming backwards, jab, cross, cross, and it's the reverse as we go forward. So coming forward, let's get started. Cross, cross, jab. Now go reverse backwards. Jab, cross, 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 jab, jab, cross, 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 jab, jab, cross, 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 jab, jab, cross, cross. I'm getting myself confused too. Cross, cross, jab, jab, cross, 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 jab. Last 10 seconds. Jab, cross, 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 jab, jab, cross, cross. All right, 30 seconds to transition. We're moving to our side steps with our coordinated jabs. If you can do your opposite arm and foot, that's what we're shooting for. But we really just want to get our arms and legs punching and stepping at the same time. 10 seconds to get ready. We have 2 more exercises. Get a little mini knee bend, couple seconds to get ready here. Let's begin. So jabs with each step as you side step. So the arms are coming quick. Your jabs should be fast. Looks good. You want to time it together with your feet stepping. Good job, everybody. Halfway done. "20 seconds to go. Five seconds. All right, 30 seconds to rest. We have 1 more exercise. This is our coordinated punches with our sit to stand. So as a reminder, when we start this interval, when we sit, our punches are jab, jab, cross, cross, then we transition to standing and it's the opposite. Cross, cross, jab, jab. Couple seconds to get ready. If you really want to challenge yourself on this next one, try to alternate which hand you lead with when you start. Let's begin. Jab, jab, cross, cross, stand up, cross, cross, jab, jab. Now see if you can lead with your other hand. Jab, jab, cross, cross, stand up, cross, cross, jab, jab. Now back to that other hand first. Jab, jab, cross, 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 jab, jab. Good job, everybody. Jab, jab, cross, 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 jab, jab. Jab, jab, cross, 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 jab, jab. Make sure you're leaning forward far enough when you go to stand. So real big lean forward. Cross, cross, jab, jab. Jab, jab, cross, cross. Cross, cross, jab, jab. Last one. Jab, jab, cross, cross. Cross, cross, jab, jab. All right, grab some water, take a break. Awesome job with those. We are gonna get ready for our power moves on the ground. So I'm gonna set my mat up. But we'll make sure that everyone gets a moment to catch their breath.
Hey, Katie, supine or prone?
We are gonna be supine, so on your backs. So I'm gonna flip this around. If you are able to do this without a pillow, it's a great stretch for your neck to do this without a pillow and for your upper back. But if your head won't reach the mat, that's too much of a stretch, absolutely use a pillow as needed. So when you're ready, make your way down. If you're more comfortable staying in your chair, you can do all these power moves seated. I'll remind you of them as we do them. So we're going to start on our back. And for the first power move, our arms and legs are out straight for the power up. It's like people are making their way. So for the first power move, the power up, we're pushing down through our hands, down through our feet to get some extension or lift on the back side of our body. If you're sitting in your chair, as a reminder, you're leaning down onto your knees and stretching your arms back wide as you come back up. So leaning down and coming up. So that's your move if you're seated. All right, so let's get started. Let's count up by twos as we do these together. 10 repetitions. Ready? And lift. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Next is our power rock. So for this one, I'm going to push down through my hand and my leg on the same side to give me some leverage to reach to the other side, like I'm starting to roll. And then I'm going to switch. I'm going to push down through my right hand and my right foot to reach to my left. Like I'm starting to roll, but my hand and foot stay planted on this side. And I'm reaching to that opposite. So if you're seated, as a reminder, this is different because it's your other arm is coming across your body. For the power rock, reaching up and across, and then switching, reaching up and across. If you're seated, that's your move. So let's count up by 5s as we do this. We'll do 20 of them to do 10 on each side. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, halfway, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. All right, next is our power twist. So we start with our arms wide, bring one arm across the other to turn and clap. My bottom arm stays down. So try not to let your bottom arm come up to meet it, even if your top arm can't make it all the way over to clap, even if it is further up your arm. Then open to reset, and then we're twisting to the other side. You're doing the same move seated, where your arms start wide and you're turning to clap. All right, so let's count backwards from 20. We'll end at 1. 20, 19, always reset and open in the middle. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's set up for our power step. So for our power step, our knees are bent so that your feet are flat. How we're going to do this today is adding a scoot. So for the power step, both feet, I'm going to step out to the left. I'm exaggerating how high I lift them. And then I'm going to scoot my hips to the left. And then I'm going to come back to the middle. So both feet step back to the middle, and I'll scoot back to the middle. So you can do the same concept if you're sitting in your chair. Step both feet out to one side and then both feet back into the middle. So, and then we'll alternate each side that we go to. We'll do 10 all together. Ready? Step out to the right with both feet and scoot out to the right. If you're on the ground, step both feet back to the center and scoot into the center. That's 1. Now to the left. Step left, both feet, scoot left. Step to the middle, scoot to the middle. That's 2. Step right, scoot right, step to the middle, and scoot to the middle. 3. Step left, both feet, scoot left, step to the middle, scoot to the middle. 4. Step right, scoot right, step to the middle, scoot to the middle. 6. Step left, scoot left, step middle, the middle. 6. Step right and scoot, step middle, scoot. 7. Step left, scoot, step middle, scoot. 8. 2 more. Step right, step middle. 9. Last one. Step left, scoot, step to the middle, and scoot. 10. Good job. So these are really helpful to try on your bed. They're really gonna make it so that you can keep your ability to move well in the bed. We're gonna stay on our backs for the next couple exercises. The first one, we're going to do an opposite arm and leg raise. But before we do that, I want you to engage your abdominal muscles. So think about drawing your belly button back towards your spine, like you're pressing your back flat down on the ground, so that if you are trying to slide your hands below your back, there's no room. There's not room for your hands to scoot. There's full pressure between my low back and the mat that I'm on. So while I'm holding that abdominal contraction, I'm gonna alternate raising my opposite arm and leg. So I'm marching my leg and raising my arm up, and then I'm gonna do the other side together. So it's less about marching and it's more about keeping that deep core contraction, keeping the pressure on my low back while I do that. Let's do 20 of those together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, now we're gonna transition to a bridge. So you can push down through your hands, or to make it harder, you can cross your arms across your chest and lift your hips up into a bridge. So if you're seated in your chair, you can do a glute set while we do this. So tightening your bottom muscles and holding them tight for a couple seconds and then release. So let's do 10 of these. Easy, harder with your arms crossed, easier with your arms down. 1.
I found this on
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go back to that march. So first we're going to engage our abdominals again, drawing your belly button towards your spine, press your low back hard down into the mat. Hold that while we march our opposite arm and leg. We'll do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And back to our bridges. So either lifting your hips up if you're laying down, or doing a glute set where you're squeezing your bottom muscles and holding them tight for a couple seconds. So let's get ready for 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's transition back to our chairs. Take your time rolling over and getting up. We'll finish with our cool down stretches. Give yourself a minute. Once you get into kneeling, make sure that you're not dizzy before you go to stand. Then as a reminder, we bring one leg forward and you can push through this leg, and you can push up on your chair to help you come up to standing. All right, make your way back up, grab some water. Nice job with those. And I encourage you, if you didn't try these on the ground with me today, try them in your bed later today before going to sleep, or this afternoon if you're taking a rest. They're great exercises to keep your ability to move well in bed. You don't have to get down into the ground to do them. You can do them in your bed. Great place to try them.
Katie,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
can you answer a question for me?
Yes.
I think I have a stutter step whenever I try to walk, and I fall from that stutter step. You know, like I call it the Parkinson shuffle.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to minimize that?
Great question. That's a lot of people, you're right, with Parkinson's can struggle with that. It's hard to initiate the movement. One of the best, so does it happen when you go to move, or when you're walking it happens?
Usually goes through doorways. I had a hard time.
The doorway, yeah.
Any doorway will allow. starting, ending, and starting and finishing a walk is the worst in doorways.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I come off pretty normal.
A couple things you can try that I have had some people be successful with in the past. If you are coming, so doorways are like transition areas. So like a narrow space or doorway can typically be tricky. One thing that I like to have people try is counting. So if you know you're approaching the doorway, count out loud with your steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, as you walk through it. That can give your brain something to
Okay.
tag onto. Also, as we talk about like exaggerating our movements a lot in the class, go in, if you're coming up to a doorway, try to accentuate your steps, try to take even bigger steps, and maybe you will march through that doorway just to help keep your steps bigger, will keep them flowing a little bit more. During the transitions, like if right when you're finishing or right when you're starting, start with one big movement or finish with one big movement, because when we can get Parkinson's makes our movement smaller, that if we can teach our brain to move in an exaggerated way or bigger than we have to, it can be a strategy to get around some of that freezing that you're talking about. But I often find I would try those, try exaggerating the steps, like almost so that it feels like you're marching, or try the counting. And you may even want to get a script and see a physical therapist to work on some of those specifically, because some strategies that I've found helpful in the past for some people may not be perfect for you. And there may be other strategies that are more effective for you, but you can give those a try.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I'll try them.
Let's start with some stretches. So let's do a couple overhead reaches. Raise your arms up, look up at your hands, fall forward down towards the ground. Come back up to sitting, raise up overhead, fingers are wide, and fall down towards the ground. Do one more like that. Raise your arms up overhead, look up, and fall down forward. Good, let's stretch out our shoulders. So bring one arm across your body, pull it close towards you. Let's hold this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stretch out one leg in front of you so your knee is straight. Keep that knee straight and bend forward at your hips until you feel a stretch behind your knee. And we're just going to hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch legs. Lean forward and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Cross one leg up over the other knee. If that's too hard, remember you can straighten out your leg to have it further down. Push at your thigh and gently lean forward. We'll hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Again, we'll hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do some wrist circles. So arms out in front of you. Big turns with your wrists. Go slow and try to exaggerate how big they're moving in that circle. Yeah, nice. Switch directions. Good. Let's do a big neck stretch. So ear towards your shoulder. Use one arm to gently pull, and the other arm's going to tuck behind your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Roll your head to the other side and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're gonna finish there. Nice to be with you guys today. Next Monday is Labor Day, so I will not be here. I believe as well that the Michigan Parkinson Foundation office will be closed too. Fact check me on that, whoever is joining us today. But then we'll be back with our Monday classes the following week.
Yes, generally they are, but I'll confirm it tomorrow.
All right, perfect. Appreciate that.
All right. Have a great day, you guys. Enjoy.
Thanks, Katie. Great workout. Have a great weekend next week.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Wonderful work. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank-